G'day, Spice Legends. Welcome to Burner Bites Down Under, the hottest show down under. We are joined, Spice Legends, by the Chilli champions from the Australian Chilli Championship last night. We're going to see how they did today. So this is sort of a aftermath, you might say, or an aftermath checkup. So this is the aftermath of the Australian Chilli champions. Let's check on these guys. How you going? Is Greg the Iron Guts Barlow? Wow. Hey, we've got the Dragon. So first place, second place. We've got Daddy. Oh, mate. What place were you? You got fifth place, was it?
Yeah, fifth.
Fifth, that's right. Yep. And then we've got Jeremy, the Fire Toad. So coming fourth, mate. Guys, how do you feel today? How are we feeling after that crazy comp? What the fuck?
Like I got hit by a bus.
Yeah. Like a glove. Oh, yeah. So dare I ask, I'm sure the first question everyone's going to start asking you is, did you purge the stuff? Did you get rid of it, or were you trying to be heroes and kept hold of it? What was the story?
I tried to get rid of it, but it just wouldn't come out, so I just had to just write it out,
So what about you, Dan Man? What about you, Dan Man?
Immediately after you cut me from the stream, I was already in the spew bag. So for about 2 or 3 minutes after that, I was getting rid of it all, and then I watched the rest of the stream.
And so tell us your story. What happened after you got off the stream, Greg? Because I can see you were really anxious. You're like, so yeah, I really need to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the toilet. I was like, what happened? Walk us through what that happened, mate. Like,
me and chocolate don't get along very well. So
yeah, you said you were lactose intolerant. I was like, oh, that's going to sting later.
So I was in rather a need of getting out the back and purging myself. And that's the first time I've ever spewed up from the stuff before. So I'd never had that burning sensation in the eyes or in the nose or the sweating out of the face.
You said you had burning sensation on the old fella and then in the rear. And then what did you say? Somehow, what happened to your face? Something that happened to your face as well?
Spewing up that just felt like lava was dripping down my nose and then burning my top lip. Everything you touch, obviously, is just going to burn.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Far out. And so did your partners and everyone that to share the bathroom with you give you a wide berth and the bathroom like a wide berth or something? Like,
I didn't know about that, but I got handed the dedo and said, you have to clean the toilet after you're burning.
Oh, my friend. I felt sorry for you guys, but at the same time, you sort of knew what you were in for, but then I feel like I think you guys had a rough idea of what you were in for because we showed the video of all the products. Mm. But like then after you ate that, did you feel like what you were expecting and what you felt was two different things?
Oh, for me, that was the most intense stomach cramps I have ever had. And I mean, I've had it bad, but last night was it was an out-of-body experience. It was... Oh,
yeah.
Unreal.
You said you felt like a club seal at some stage or something. Right?
Yeah, well, somebody said that.
Tell me what does a club seal feel like? Explain that. Elaborate on
that. Just lying in the fetal position on the bathroom floor, just hoping that something's going to happen. It doesn't matter which. Just it's got to go. It's got to go. Yeah.
Well done, fellas. A victory reaper for you all. # just saying.
Not for a while.
Got none left.
Not for a while. Got none left.
I've got from 20. What was it? 22 to 30. I've still got. I just they're kind of they're in the kitchen just staring at me and
yeah.
But, I think it might be a day or two before I go near it.
So yeah, you were telling us, Greg, that you already had another year nah. That's the one you got there. And you're like, oh, I want to wait to have the year now, but I'm going to wait till after the comp. And I was like, wow, mate, wow. I was like, I wouldn't use it for training, but then you said you're not going to do it for training. You're going to try and, was it hold back off training or something, or hold back off Chilli?
I've never done training, and my method seemed to work, so I'm going to stick with it. I reckon the memory of the pain will last a long time. So I'll just wait for next comp.
Tracy said, how many buckets were filled last night, guys?
Straight in the toilet, no problem. No buckets.
0.
One spew bag.
One spew bag.
They're doing the old the sewage testing for COVID in Canberra. There'll be some spiky results first.
What that was one of the comments from Victor or something. He's just going, they're going to have some weird results around Greg's fucking area for the Chilli sewage. Like, yeah, holy shit, it'd be radioactive. Fucking hell. Yeah. So, look, knowing what you know now, is there anything you guys would tweak or do differently going into that competition? Like, would you have tried or attempted something different or more of or less of something? What do you reckon, Danny?
I just need to work on the gut feeling and how to deal with that, because once it hit there, I could feel it coming up, and I thought the sauce shot was going to calm it down, but no, it made it worse.
No, it does not. It does not. And I think there's a certain point where you reach. I think there's at some point where your stomach connects to your gag reflex, right?
Yeah,
and I
where
think
I was
that was. Yeah, and I saw that in you, and then I saw that later on with Dave, and I think that was where it wasn't just where he was at, but it was also the source. I saw every one of your reactions, and like, was it the zombie shot? I think it was round 13, and Greg first of all rips it open, and goes, "Oh, fucking son of a bitch," kind of thing, and then all you did the same thing. Oh, and then you can see Dave's face is gone. Fuck my life.
It gets into the back of your mind. It gets into the back of your mind, and then you. I had it when we were having the chips, because again they were real dry, and when you chew them, like and you breathe, you get some of the Reaper powder. It hits the back of your throat, and there was a moment there where I thought, if I got to stop, I got to hold my breath, because I'm gonna if I do that again, I'm gonna go.
So that's a good question. So we were just going to ask, which one of the challenge numbers you thought would be okay but surprised you? What do you reckon, guys?
The chips. Yeah, I was with Dave. I got them stuck in the back of my throat, and I gave the cough to get rid of it, and that brought the gag reflex straight up. I thought, oh, well, game over here. I was so close to getting out then, just projectiling everywhere.
Really? You handled yourself really well, my friend. None of us saw that. My God, that's what I'm saying. They're saying, I don't want to play poker with you, mate. You've got the best.
Yeah, go back and watch
it. Right.
When I cough at those chips, that was close.
See, I saw you cough, but I thought it was just cough because you were dry, not because you're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, mate, you have got a great poker face. All right, what about the rest of you boys? What about you, Jeremy? What was that moment where you're like, oh, this is it, before? What took you by surprise?
What was that? It was that sauce chug, because I've never done a sauce chug before, so that was a bit of an eye opener for me. And the Thor's hammer, that had a delayed effect on me, and as soon as I'd finished that, it started to affect me in my gut. And then when I reached for those corn chips, that was it.
Yeah, I'll second that with the Thor's hammer, because look, the Thor's hammer is hot initially, and then like you said, it's got 5 different chilies in it, and then it just builds. It fucking builds, and it's like like you said, it's like a flamethrower coming up your throat. It's roaring from your stomach, and you're just like, oh my God, and it feels like you're breathing fire, and like that's why it's just sort of funny when you named yourself the dragon there, Rob. I was like, you have no idea. You're going to be breathing fire. You're going to be breathing fire in this comp. What about you, Rob?
That was good. I like that. That Thor's hammer was pretty good. My favorite, actually, the Anzac cookie, and then the chocolate marshmallow thing after that. They were awesome. I loved those.
Yeah, so that was
good. Yeah,
that was Chilli Sweet in Nambour, Queensland.
And I don't normally do sweet. Yeah, I don't normally do the sweet stuff, but those they've changed my outlook on sweet chili stuff.
Oh, there's Davo. Davo, do you want to jump in, or are you still at work, mate? I think he's still at work. He was going to jump in, but he's got to work. Busy saying Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. That's the way. So what was I going to say? So you thought they were really good, right?
Yeah, loved them.
So what was it that you think was going to be okay, but stopped you in your tracks, Rob?
Definitely that jerky. And there's nothing, like I said, I really regret. If I'd have bailed the round before, I could have had the jerky today and enjoyed it. But it was just sheer torture eating it last night. Just sheer torture.
And so that moment, I'll get to Danny in a second, but it's just funny, that moment where you're just fighting it, right? And did you notice at all what Greg was doing, or was it just you in your head trying to fight?
I was just in my head, and then I I took a moment, I thought, when I did that kind of, I'm good. And then that was when I think I actually looked at Greg and I just thought, oh, whatever.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble here. Yeah,
I've just come back from an out-of-body experience, and he's just stretched back on his couch like he's watching bloody Netflix.
That's right. And Katrina said that. He goes, I thought you were going to fall off your chair, Rob. And like, I honestly did. You was slumped, and your head was like this, and I'm like, he's going to fall. He's going to pass out. Or like, what is happening now? Like, I was just like, and then you go, I was like, oh my, what the fuck? Like,
I think it's just a little adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I was like, was it an adrenaline rush or was he punking us? I don't know, And it's like I saw Greg's poker face and thinking, but if you did that, I'm like, that was a really good poker face if it was. So what about you, Danny? What did you think that was like you were going to be okay with, but then just caught you by surprise?
Well, I only got up to like number 5, I think, but it was the Naga Vipers for me because I'd trained on those like the week leading up to the comp, so I thought I would have handled those easy. But no, they got it all started for me down here, and that was the end. So yeah, the Vipers, I'd say.
The Vipers, you reckon? Yeah, because like they're not the hottest chili in the world, but at the same time, they've got some kick, don't they?
They're up there.
And so that being said, guys, like you've all chomped raw chilies before. What did you think of the difference between the raw chilies and the candied pods? What did you think about that? What did you feel was different and was more challenging and less challenging about those ones?
It was they're sweeter, so they because Reapers, they've normally got that bitter and sourness to them, but of course the candy just takes that away, so it actually makes it. I thought it was a bit easier to eat them, but they were so sticky.
And chewy.
So on the other hand, sticky and chewy because normally you can just chomp swallow, but you had to kind of work them around to before you could swallow. So
yeah.
That's right. So when you did eventually chew them enough, guys, and you swallowed them, how did it feel going down your throat? Was it more of a push to try and get them down?
No, I didn't think so.
No. Once once you'd had that, you had to sort of break them down a bit.
Is anyone wearing a nappy today?
Yeah.
Have you borrowed the nappies from your baby at all, Greg?
So I'm not going to lie, I have tried putting them on. A little bit too small.
I was like, "Oh, you're 5'2", mate. Like you can almost fit. You're like, oh, it's close. Just put 2. Just
I
one.
grabbed the wipes, but you can't flush them, so it's like, oh bugger.
Oh my god! And so, like, what did your partner say? Like, I'm very curious to see what did your partner say? You guys going into this before and then after? Like, I want to know what was their train of thought. So, we'll start with Greg. What did your partner say before and after this comp, mate?
My missus made me promise tap out. If you can't go any further, tap out, leave it. Like, this is meant to be fun. And then after, she goes, you should have done it quicker. Like, I need you to get out of the competition.
All right, and what did she say afterwards, mate?
That I should have done it quicker. I should have just stopped at level 24. I shouldn't have done those last 6 challenges.
Did they? And Shendel says, did your partners sleep in the same room as you, or were you banned? Like, we put in the doghouses?
Out.
You were out? You were pushed out?
No, the other way around. She left.
Oh, she left.
I got my guts in the middle of the night. She threw up and left. I had to stay in the room with my own stench.
So what about you, Rob? Like, how did it go with your partner, mate? What was the story?
Catherine just shakes her head with the whole thing. So, she sticks with me because she has to. But, I think she's puzzled by the whole But I just stayed on the couch until 2 a.m. I just because the couch was just closer to the bathroom, so it seemed wise.
Yeah, that's always my one. Is just like, okay, I'm sleeping the closest route to the bathroom.
And I had mad shakes. I just couldn't get warm. I had the heating cranked, and I was just shivering. Yeah, I was just a mess, just a complete wreck.
Yeah. You. I could see you were hurting, mate. Yeah. What about you, Danny? What was the story with you? Did she say anything to you beforehand at all, or
just to sort of push myself to my limits where I've had enough and whatnot? And then afterwards, she greeted me with a a wet face washer.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's
pretty
lush.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I needed it.
There you go. What about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, well, I'm single, so hello, ladies. So I was over at my
Wait, your brother cradled you in his arms.
my brother and his missus and my cousin were egging me on the whole time. They were just screaming out. And afterwards, they were just looking at me. And my sister-in-law was feeding me all this stuff to calm my stomach down and get rid of the cramps and everything. It wasn't working.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So look,
I had a few cramps, but it wasn't too bad.
So what? Greg, I think Greg and Rob, this is the main one. A question for you guys. So with that lockjaw thing that went down, like, tell us a bit. Let's go into delve into that a bit more. So there was a point where I saw Greg. He was so hard up for chewing and pushing his jaw to close and open, and I saw you struggling too as well, Rob, where you're both struggling to chew. You had lockjaw. So you did talk us through that. Like, what happened there? Why was that happening? Like,
I think it was just so dry. We did once we got that sort of sauce. There was the strawberry, or there was a sauce anyway. I don't know, but just kind of got things. But then we went straight back into another jerky, and it was just sucks all the moisture out. And your stomach is just saying, "Don't do it, don't do it." And you've got to kind of connect your jaw to your brain to get it going. Just keep it going. But
So do you think it's a technical issue that the brain wasn't connecting to there, or was it that the muscles in the area were starting to seize up?
Some deep part of your brain is just trying to make it stop.
It shuts off the smell. When it shuts off the taste, it's like a defense mechanism. I'm just going to shut the jaw off as well. If I can't stop the pain going down the throat, this is where I'm going to start.
And do you think that's the case as well, Greg? Do you think it was sort of like your body's defense mechanism going, "Why are you doing this? Please stop"?
I've never had that sensation before. It just outright went, I can't do this, man. It's just chewing. You can do this. Come on, push through.
Chewing and swallowing.
No, I can't. I'm just going to stop. No, you're not. Shut up.
Shut up and listen to me. Yeah, I was watching going, what is he doing? Okay, I see. It's like, that's what I call manual handling. Fucking hell. Yeah.
I think
that was
from 14 to 22, it was pure mind over matter. Just barely any awareness of what was going on around me. It was.
I saw this mad moment where you're like, what's the next thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, this one. It's like, oh shit, he's in the hole now. Fuck. So what do you guys do when you're in that moment of like barely awareness, barely cognizant? How do you stay focused in the zone? Like, what is it that you're doing to stay in the zone?
Keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yeah, Dory. Focus on Dory. Just keep swimming.
What level? So Danny, I think you got to level 5. Was it round 5 or round 6? Yeah. So Jeremy, you got to, was it round 10 or was it 11?
10.
No, you got to 10. And then you got the chips, and then you stopped. Yeah. So you finished round 10, but you attempted around 11. Was it Rob? You got to round 22.
22.
Right?
Yeah,
22.
I think it was 22. I finished 22 and then I bailed. I looked at 23 and just saw
it. Yeah. He picks up the packet. He's like, no.
Yeah, I can't.
And then as you guys saw, Rob just, not Rob, Greg just decided, oh, well, fuck it. I'm just going to monster it all.
Smashed it.
I just blew
that was just to rub it in. Just to rub it in.
Yeah.
39, and I still suffer from peer pressure.
There you go. So peer pressure, yeah. Amazing effort is what Emma said there. Yeah, it is. It's just pure mind over matter there, guys. So, look. With that being said, whether you're involved in next year's one or not, what advice do you give to anyone that wants to attempt it or that wants to take your spot from you? What advice do you have to them?
Please, it's up to
something before you start.
I'm not going to defend him with too much bigger. If you want it, come step up, have it.
Rob, it says Rob looks like he could do it all over again.
I need a couple of days at least. Last night I was going never again. But yeah, 24 hours has passed.
We all say that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
How weird is that? It is weird. Like you have this moment of clarity where you're like, what am I doing with my life? I'll never do this ever again. And then you're like, and then you have this in the next moment where you're like sticking things in your mouth, going, "Oh, I'm doing it again. What the fuck?"
I hadn't thought with that with the chips. I'm going. I haven't been. I'd like to have my name in the Guinness Book of Records. How many bags of chips do I need to eat again? And Sam's
6.
like, "Shut up! You're not doing this just yet. Let your guts heal first."
Yeah, Brie Rex said it's like having a baby. You know, like these women that have a baby, they're like, "Oh, that was the most terrible experience of my life," and they go, like 6 months later, "Oh, I think we'll have another one." Like you're like, what? You said it was the worst experience you ever had in your life. Like, and Brie Rex, yeah, was it Barlow for PM? Oi, there you go.
No lockdowns.
No, yeah, fair enough. So what would be, so obviously like you've attempted a strategy afterwards as well. Is there anything you would augment in your strategy to cope afterwards that you've learned from this aftermath as well?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gone very silent.
No,
not
very
either.
quiet.
Cope. You just gotta roll with it.
Well, what
Just go with it. Yeah.
What worked for you guys? What helped subside it? Like, was there any things that really helped get rid of it, or the pain, or
No.
deal?
No.
It's awful because you know you've got to vomit to purge it, but it's just so horrible. I mean, it's bad enough vomiting anyway, but when you're vomiting pure fire and acid, it's just all coming back. And as Greg said, you've got burning hot snot, and your tears are burning. I was one moment where I looked in the mirror and my face was just red. Just the whole face was red. And you're trying to blow your nose. And I was just in it. I had about 4 showers. I was just in and out of the shower. And then, laying on the floor and curled up. Oh, just hideous. Absolutely hideous.
So Emma just asked us.
I wouldn't throw up. I reckon that was my biggest mistake, throwing up. That was painful. Well, it's bad enough doing a poo, but that vomit, next time I'm keeping that in.
So Brianna said earlier at the start of the comp that you guys would be number one in the number 2 business. Did you guys feel like you're number one in the number 2 business after all that?
I'm blessed with cast iron bowels. Nothing touches but it's just getting it through my stomach. So when it's in my stomach, it's agony. Once it's through my stomach or vomited out, so no problem at all with the back end. It's the front end in the middle for me.
And what about you, Danny?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I tell number 2 who it works for.
So we better ask Greg, because you ingested the most evil out of everyone. And Emma's asked, does milk help when you're vomiting? So that'd be an interesting answer for you because you're lactose intolerant, mate, it sounds like another handicap on itself.
Nothing would have helped with that vomiting. Fire extinguisher to the face probably would help a little bit. And then number 2s all day long. I've learnt my lesson after the first contest. So I wear gloves, so I'm allowed to touch it when I go. But even that just burns on the way out. I said to the missus at lunchtime, I'm not drinking anymore. Because you have to drink, you're going to dehydrate. I said, but I can't pee anymore. It hurts too much.
So I've heard a lot about that with the YOUVE is because you got to pee out the cap crystals as they go through your kidneys. Danny's well aware of that one. And I remember Kylie, the Hellfire Queen, she said the same thing. Yeah, it took about 16 hours to pass it all. I was like, oh, that's another level. So that being said, with the cap cramps and all that, how long did you have a certain amount of hours that your cap cramps lasted for, Danny?
I reckon it was a good maybe 6 hours. Torture. It was the worst night of my life.
Oh, with the YOUVE or last night?
Last night I didn't get any cramps, but with the YOUVE, there was 6 hours of cramps.
Yeah. Okay.
So
how many YOUVEs did you have though?
Only one.
Just the one. Jeez, I like the YOUVE. I really like the YOUVE. I've got it still because obviously I didn't make it that far last night. I'm looking forward to having that.
So you look, yeah, so yeah, that's right. So you didn't eat it on the comp, but you're like, yeah, you now got something to play with.
Cool.
Because how you got involved was you had the Satan's Toe in Canberra.
The Satan's Toe, and then a half a year
for 36 minutes. For 36 minutes. No, you ended up having a whole year. No, we ended up cutting up another one. So you had half, and then another half, and we were just stunned. We're going, what the fuck? How are we going to knock these guys out? Like, and you just didn't give up. And I think there's that Chinese guy, or whatever, and he was just severely frustrated because he had good pain tolerance too.
That was just a poker face there.
Yeah. Your poker face was.
I used the poker face. That's because I did. Yeah, when they the next round they were trying, and I just thought, I don't know if I can do it. But I just made it look like I could, and just sort of went to do the cheers thing with him, and he just thought, hey, this guy's going to do it. So that was when he pulled the pin, and as soon as he pulled the pin, I was like, yeah, I think it was you. I just handed it straight back to you and just went, yep, take that away. Thank God I don't have to do it. And that was why I was looking at Greg last night thinking, you don't have to do this, you dickhead. What are you doing?
For freedom, for Australia. But but it was like, seriously, once like Brianna and all these other guys heard that Greg had eaten 47 Reapers in that comp. It was 47 Carolina Reapers, right? Wow. That's no normal or easy feat. They're just gone, shit, like mad respect, and people, you put yourself on another level, people going, what? And then you've eaten, was it 360 mils of sauces and a 60 ml shot. So that is the equivalent of 2 hot sauce bottles, right? And then a 60 ml shot of alcohol. So you drank that and then all the other stuff, right? And I was like, so 55 pods in total, 360 mils of liquid, and then all the rest of all the other stuff. I'm just going, and what bits of chocolate when you're lactose intolerant? I'm just going, mate. That was just dangerous. So when dare I ask, when did the cramps subside for you, Greg? Like, how long were you cramping for?
I didn't.
You didn't cramp at all?
No, the lactose got rid of it too quickly. Now, my bum's been burning for up until about half an hour ago, but no, I didn't get any cramps. I did drink a lot of water the whole day, yesterday as well as today, but no cramps.
Fair enough. And what about you, Rob? How long was your cramps for, mate? Like, did it last for a certain amount of time?
Severe for a good hour and a half afterwards. And then, I mean, you guys know what it's like. You feel like you're all right and you move around for an hour or so, and then you'll get 20 minutes of another wave comes through, and then you come good again. Yeah, hour and a half or so passes by, and then you get another wave. So I'd say it was about 2 a.m. I went to bed, but I think 4 a.m. I was up for about, again, the 20 minutes with a little sort of a cramp session. That was good.
So Greg, something I've been asked, everyone's little like, well, what's next for you now? Like, what is the next level for Greg Barlow? And so we've already mentioned multiple times about the New Zealand champ. And is there any news of Barlow going up to New Zealand? Yeah. So Jesse from New Zealand, right, has eaten 80 Carolina Reapers. Right, he's an unstoppable machine so far in New Zealand. So we were hoping to send someone over, or vice versa, from Australia to stop this machine, to slow him down, And it sounds like after your craziness last night that you might be the man to do it, Greg. So what do you think about taking on that challenge, mate?
I'll step up for it. As long as it's not in the next 48 hours.
No. Up, I think it'll take what's it called? More than 48 hours to do. What's it? Barlow's Paulie Bra. I'm on Nathan's Facebook fan. His kook think that was bad. Tell him about when we used to skate mad slaps beast. So you reckon you'll give it a go, give it a red hot go, and try and knock out the NZ champ, hey?
Yeah. Like I say, I'll see how far I can take this and get world chili champion.
Well, actually, speaking of, I did send the video to Ed Curry, and I said, hey, Ed, I've seen this frightening person. I said, imagine this on Netflix, and I'm waiting for his response. I'm thinking, he was like, going, this guy's fucking crazy, right? Because like in the Netflix one, all they did was eat water.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what's going through Ed's head, going, huh? Like, you know, where would we put him? Do we invite him, or are we too scared to invite him? I don't know. So all we know is that Clint from New Zealand has officially invited you to take on Jesse. So we've just got to figure out how to do it in a legal manner. Yep, cool. So as soon as we can figure that out, we'll either find a way to fly you over, or vice versa, fly him over, or we'll just do something like we did last night, where we'll do a live stream and we'll just get the contents to you guys. So I guess we'll make boxes again like we did, and make sure they're sealed and have custom seals and whatever else like that, so we know they're all tamper-proof and stuff. But it'll be fun if they're fresh. We'll probably have to do the candy thing again. So I have to call up. I have to call up my guy. To call up my.
The markets are just down the road. Just give us a bit of heads up, and I'll go down, grab a couple of kilo.
Yeah, but obviously, like, you know, the whole fairness thing, we've got to make sure that you're not tampering with the products. Like, oh yeah, he's cheating. I think, yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's the way it's always got to be fair. So, what was I going to say? If you manage to get into the world champs again, Greg, what do you think your strategy would be there, facing off like against somebody like you've been compared to Dustin Johnson or Atomic Menace? What are you going to say to that? That guy's eaten 122 Carolina Reapers, mate.
I have no strategy. It's just base it on the day. I don't train for this. I don't plan on training for this. I found my X-Men ability of being able to eat a shit ton of chilies without showing any facial expressions. So
that being said, do you think is there a limit to what you can do, or do you think that you're just getting better and better at like handling stuff?
Oh, it's not better and better. It's just I can eat chilies and eat lots of them. I wouldn't sit here and go, oh, okay, well, let's see if I can eat 130 Carolina Reapers. But if I was in a competition, I'd probably go, let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's see if I can get 140.
So you think it's those guys beside you, or that competition that drives you more? You can't not just doing it for the sake of doing it. You're there with that competitive drive that pushes you harder.
Yeah, exactly. Those people that go over to the Olympics don't go over there to compete against themselves. They're over there to compete against other people. And that's what drives them to run faster, jump higher, lift more weights. That's the essence of competition. So I think that's my attitude with the training as well. If I can have someone sitting next to me and eat 130 Reapers, then I might train for it. But until I find someone as stupid as myself, I'll just do the competitions.
It's a very good point. So, look, guys, seeing what you guys have experienced and done, sitting next to, metaphorically, let's say, with Greg there, or Barlow, as people kept saying, do you think there's anyone that you guys could find in this side of Australia that would take him out in place of you guys? Like, or do you think, is there something you could do to train to a certain level to try and take him out and stop that again? What do you think? Is that a possibility?
Nope.
Don't know.
Got two fire toads. What's happening now?
Because my phone shit.
That's weird. I'm looking at it from your two angles, mate. What's happening there? Oh, I see. No, that one's all right.
Oh,
I don't know. Jeremy's. Oh, there he is. Okay. Wow.
He's got Ben's internet connection.
There we go. He's with us, Jeremy. There he is. You're not with Telstra, are you?
No, was that
My stream keeps dropping out.
Was that the Telstra issue last night? Was it for Ben? Is that how his connection went?
So that's I heard one of the people comment in as well, saying that their Telstra, their internet went down as well in the area because he lived near old Ben. So we haven't had any news from Ben. I've actually invited him. I don't know, maybe he's at work or something, or he's not responding. He's probably just busy. But all I know, at one stage he said something had a problem with the laptop, and then the internet connection as well. Yeah, technology, right? So unfortunately, that can't be accounted for. Like we couldn't. We said to everyone, check your tech, check your audio, check your video beforehand. You need to charge stuff, you know, whether it be headphones, like whatever, do what you need to do, you know, and like if we can't, it's almost like if Telstra goes down, it's almost like a bloody act of God. How do we account for Telstra doing something wrong? You know, it's not fair. And I agree, yeah, it's not fair. That sucks because I wanted to see what Ben was capable of as well. But at the same time, like I've got to be fair to you guys and go, what's Phyto doing? He like glitches and then he brings in a new window. There you go. But we're going to be fair to you guys because you guys all agreed to not leaving the screen. And staying on screen the whole time, it not glitching out, whatever. But if it went black, you know, whatever, that you'd be disqualified. And you all agreed to that.
My phone shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was horrible. It was, you know, but the length of time he was out, you know, kind of,
yeah. And that's the thing. Understandably,
Look,
like one of the.
I'm terribly sorry, but I've got to go. Got a baby going in the background.
Yep, all good.
Thank you so much for the competition, lads. It was brilliant to be with you.
This is coming out to you, mate. It's coming out to you. Got this one as well with your name on it as well. We've got your Royal Australian Chili Champion bling coming out as well. And we've got your crown here as well, buddy. That one there.
Oh,
so as much as you want. And you obviously your year's supply with the chili products and $1,000 cash, mate.
Thank you so much. That. Cheers, boys. We'll be in contact.
Enjoy. All right, mate. Have a good night, buddy. Oh, wow. All right, guys. So I don't know what we're having to Jeremy now, but there he comes. He's popping in again. What's happening?
He's gonna have another go.
He's doing a Ben now too. We're gonna say doing Benny. Wow. It was a shitty situation with Ben, you know, but the rules are the rules, is like Emma was saying, you know, and we just had to do justice for you guys in the sense that, you know, you all agreed to not leave the screen, and we were just trying to be as fair as we could to everyone.
You know, the way social media is, if he'd have gone on and won it, you know, there would have been a sort of a bit of an outcry.
There'd be an uproar. Yeah, there'd be an uproar going, "Oh, he cheated on, he replaced the stuff," and I'm like, look, guys, there was no way you didn't know what was in the box. You didn't know what the labels would look like. You didn't know. There's no way you could have found what we had packaged it in the way we packaged it in, so custom and like so diverse and different. Like every package is nearly different, you know. And I did that on purpose. We got like, you know, gold and silver and black packages and whatever like that, and all different shapes and sizes. And even though you knew what brand it was, you didn't know what the package is going to look like, you know. So there's no way you could have accounted for that. But again, at the same time, if you leave the screen, the rules of the rule, you know, it's a DQ, you're disqualified. And that's League of Fire rules. So we had to be on League of Fire standards, you know, because if you guys are getting League of Fire points for the competition, which you are, then you've got to be League of Fire recognized rules. So same thing, which is fair.
I just want to, you know, we touched on your message group this afternoon, but I absolutely love this. So Viking Chili guys, that made the comp worth it for me. Just having that to keep. Have to have a huge shout out to Stonker Hobbs. So Stonker Hobbs from Viking Chili, he's in New South Wales, matey. Thank you so much. He went out of his way to create these amazing custom shot glasses.
Yeah, they're awesome. Hey.
We came up with the idea together, but he executed it and he took the money out of his own pocket.
You can see the craftsmanship in it. Just
it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and each one is from an individual horn. So no two of those are the same. Every single one is custom and individually different. You know, and I was just amazed. I was just like, wow, it's really cool to be part of this, and to be able to hand you guys something that even no matter what you did in the comp, that you'd walk away with some cool shit. You know,
and
I think that's cool. That
thanks very much. No, don't know who the guy is, but he's awesome. So thanks.
Danny Wilson, chug Sigmata tonight instead. I know you've wanted to taste it for ages. There you go.
Maybe tomorrow night on Instagram.
Tomorrow night on Instagram. There you go, Spice Legends.
I'll be tuning in for that.
Up in smoke. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the thing that was going to stop Greg. He was on his rampage even after he finished with you, Rob, for lack of better words. I can't think of something better to say then. And he goes, oh fuck, and then he goes, skulls it anyway. I was like, oh shit, what the? And he's just like, that's. He goes, that's savage. That hurt my nose. I'm like, yeah, and they kept going. I'm like, what? I was just like, it does. It's just like his mouth and his brain aren't connected or something. Somebody kept saying he's not human, and I think when Benny, I messaged Benny as well. I said like, sorry about everything happened, rah. And I said, did you watch the full video? And then he watches the video, and he goes, Greg is not human. I'm like, yeah, he's a cyborg. Yeah, and maybe that could be his new nickname, is cyborg or something.
Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator. Aussie Terminator. I don't know, but just wow, just completely blew my mind. So that being said, guys, look, the two things we did lack this year was Northern Territory and Tasmanian representatives. We originally planned for 8. We had obviously aimed for 8 individuals as well, which would have made things. It would have ramped it up a notch as well. I bet you guys. Do you have anyone you want to nominate for Tasmania or Northern Territory?
The Duet Boomer on Instagram. Oh, yeah. He's a red chili. That guy is a beast.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to get in contact with him. So swing a message my way. Send him my way. And then anyone you reckon about Tasmania?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, he's Tasmania. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And what about Northern Territory? I heard that what's her name? Alicia was a bit jealous. She had some other commitments that she had to go to, some health issues and stuff. So she couldn't make it. That's why she did pull out last minute, unfortunately, because she was going to represent Northern Territory. But I am curious. Have heard there's a few real cowboys up and cowgirls as well, up north in Northern Territory that are pretty wild with their chili too. So I'd be curious just to see what happened. Was it Duet Boomer just moved to Queensland? Okay. Well,
did he?
Bree. It's state of origin. It's where you're from. It's not about where you moved to. That's the point. No, but that is the point. That was originally we were going to call it Chili State of Origin. That was actually really sort of where we got the idea from, because we've had this conversation with someone and gone, imagine if we had a Chili State of Origin. Then we could have all the states. People are like, yeah, that'd be sick. And that's sort of where this came from. It was born out of that weird state of origin thing. But let's get every single state involved, not just New South Wales and Queensland, and people. I told a few people, go, fuck off. That would be sick. So that's sort of where this sort of evolved from. And then we just changed the name to Australian Chili Championships because people are going, well, if it's all of Australia, then don't worry about the state thing. I was like, yeah, true. All right, boys. Well, how are we feeling? Are we? I'm sure you guys are all probably gonna have like early nights. You're all got either you're
going to work tomorrow morning,
or going to work tomorrow, or
no work for me. Very locked down. So got another day kicking around the house to look forward to. So.
And you got a year now. You got a year now to look forward to.
Got a year now to. Yeah, I might have a look at that.
Yeah, you have to let us know when you do the year now, because it's funny because it's weird actually. You handle those really well, but I think you had the year now after a few things. It'd be interesting to see you just raw dog a year now without anything before, because it's a hell of a jump. It's one hell of a jump. So I'd be curious to see how you just did it without anything eaten before, because the jump is incredible. Yeah.
All right, guys. Always had it as a build-up.
All right, guys. Well, we might leave it there. We've been having a chat for 45 minutes or so. But thank you for jumping on, guys, and talking to us a bit about the aftermath and what crazy experiences you have to go through to do that.
Thanks for organising the con.
Yeah, no worries, guys. And again, like I said, you're all welcome back next year, unless you feel like nominating someone, or unless someone decides to challenge you and take your title from you, take your spot. And I think Danny was saying something about foot burns for South Australia. Is that right?
Hopefully he jumps on board.
Yeah, because
do a better job than me.
I said that I had a remark about the face melter. If he's eating regular face melter shots, he could be a threat, because that stuff's no joke either. I was going to put that in the comp, actually, the face melter. Like, would you guys enjoy a shot of face melter?
I love that sauce.
Yeah, we might put some of that in next year, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Because we
So
don't want to be
just before
boring.
we go,
Yeah.
just before we go there, just want to, thanks to all the support we get from everyone. I'm sure all the other guys feel the same. It really makes a difference when you're looking at the screen and you see that comment come up from someone who's helping you on, and much appreciated to everyone who's sort of tuned in and watching. It's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Like I got to say, like I was amazed, and I was so I felt so blessed that Johnny Scoville graced us, Brianna Skinner graced us, also UK Chili Queen graced us. Despite the time zones, despite their locations, despite their work commitments, they all made time for this, and graced us.
There was a bit when I was really struggling when the UK Chili Queen, she commented about keep going, and it was like, wow, okay, so if she's sort of spurring me on, that and it was a lift, definitely a lift.
100%, because that's what she said. She said everyone's screaming at the TV, like they're watching it on the TV, screaming, "Come on, Rob!" I was like, "Fuck, mate, they must be going off in England right now." Wow. Oh, is this? Oh yeah, Benny said he couldn't make it. Yeah, that's okay. All right, all good. All right, guys. Well, thanks for jumping on, guys. And like you just said there, I want to once more thank all our amazing sponsors, everyone that contributed to the prize packs, everyone that contributed to all the rounds going through, everyone that made this happen. Like, this was not an overnight thing. This took over a year worth of planning and effort and time and a lot of sacrifice and like coordination. There's so much coordination. As you guys know, sometimes organizing people is one of the hardest things in the world. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful that Jeremy was willing to jump in so last minute as well. Thank you for representing Queensland, matey. Danny, I'm so glad. I'm so thankful that you came in and represented South Australia as well. Rob, wow, you battled your way to be a rep for the ACT, and like that was this pretty savage battle as well. And I'm just thankful that you put so much effort and time in to make this happen. You had other venues as well. We were testing audio testing and video testing. It didn't work out. Yeah. You made it happen where it was, and it's the same with Jeremy. Had the same. Everyone had to make sure that this worked, and we all worked together to make this work. So this is very much a team effort. This is a huge team that came together to make it all work. Yeah. So I want to thank all you guys again for that, because it wasn't a one man.
I want to thank you, Phil, because you did a really good job hosting, and everybody that was with me watching it said what a great job you did of hosting.
Oh, thanks, man. Stop it. Look, keep going. Thanks, guys. It's making me blush. But no. And I think we're all in the same dynamic Chile community together. We've got a passion for this kind of stuff, and I think that the passion spills over with you guys, and the same with me. And that it's sort of like it's not become a hobby anymore. It's not a job or whatever like that. It's just fun, and I think we all enjoy this. And I don't think that any of us would have done something as stupid or as crazy as this if we all weren't passionate about this kind of stuff, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Another mention for Eric from the Canberra Chili store, because he's obviously putting in a lot of effort to get something moving here in Canberra, get that scene going. So I wouldn't have been here without him. When he was a crazy ghost
I do have to have the shout out to Eric, actually, because Eric got me onto the chili scene in Canberra. I didn't know there was a chili scene in Canberra. Suddenly there is.
Yeah, and same here. I didn't. Yeah.
It's coming up. He's helping build it up, and he's eventually going to have a Canberra Chili Festival. So huge kudos to Eric there. He's building on his community, and like they're talking about how we want more community members that are not just taking from the community, but like putting it in, putting back, and he really puts back, and he sticks his neck out to do that. And I really want to thank Eric for that, because we met some amazing individuals like yourself, Rob, but like Travis and Trish and all those guys. Where we had other plans to be on Australia's Got Talent and stuff like that. I think there's a possibility of being Channel 7 next year.
COVID.
Or if COVID fucks off, fucking COVID. But so that was funny that was sort of in the mix as well. Right near it was going to happen just before this comp or just after and stuff, and then that just sort of happened. So it's funny that there's so many balls in the air, and this is the one that worked out.
Eventually.
So I want to thank everyone involved with that as well. It's just, again, there's so many wheels and cogs moving at the same time, and we made it work. So thank you again, guys.
Awesome. All right.
No worries, guys. You have a good night. I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
Until next crazy chili comp, eh?
Yep. See you, mate.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, Spice Legends. That's it for our crazy goodness. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for sitting down and having a watch and seeing a bit of the aftermath, what these chili legends and champions go through to bring the entertainment and risk it all for the biscuits. So have a good one, Spice Legends. For now, keep calm. Be awesome. Woo!